Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. Sitting out here in a little bit of a shady spot, kind of a shady spot here. I don't know for how long it'll be a shady spot, but smoking a cane cigar here. This is a 7 by 36, I think it is. This was a cigar I got from my viewer Tunis. Thank you, Tunis. I also wanted to thank Welsh Piper 62 for sending me a video on how to properly light a cigar, which has helped a lot. So last night I got my fishing reel, came in the mail, and but I don't know how the lighting is on this or not. I don't know if you guys are getting, if you can see my face. Probably better if you can't, but I got my fishing reel yesterday, so this morning I put that on my rod, spooled it up with some Stren 4-pound test for trout. And I'm thinking 4-pound test might be too light because I couldn't see it to tie it onto the spool. That stuff is thin. I had a hard time seeing it just to tie the knot on the spool. So I know I'm going to have a hard time seeing it to tie it onto the hooks. I'm going to have to bring my magnifying readers when I go out fishing. I couldn't see it at all. I mean, I couldn't tell where the string was. I was doing it by braille. So tying the knots ought to be fun. Luckily I used the Palomar knot, which is pretty easy to do, so, and pretty strong, so I love the old Palomar knot. Normally I use 8-pound test when I'm fishing, because I usually fish for bass. But since I'll be fishing at the river and going for trout, I figured I'd step down to 4-pound test and see how that does. And I should probably get some at least 6-pound test to move up to that, because I can't see the 4-pound test at all. or else get some spider wire stuff and try that. So we had a big eagle flying around out here the other day. Huge thing. Just massive. Beautiful. I mean, it was in the backyard here flying around. It was, came up, flew up on, from the backyard up to the, over the roof. I mean, it was massive. Its wingspan covered the two windows here. It was just massive. Just a massive bird. Either that or it was a pterodactyl. I'm not sure. But it came up out of the canyon, so I think it may have been feeding on that deer that I threw down there. So, but it was massive. This is a good stick. Well, this one tastes delicious. It's a Cane Straight Legend F, it says. So I'm getting all excited about going fishing, and I'm hoping maybe tomorrow I'll get out there. Maybe I'll go when Denny goes to work. I'll have her drop me off at the river. It's 3 blocks from the house here, so I'll just have her drop me off in the morning. She can pick me up when she comes home from work, and I could spend 10 hours at the river tomorrow. And just pack a lunch. Just hang out all day long, putting some lines in the water. It's been a long time. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been fishing, and something I used to do every day. Every day I used to get off work. I used to work 6 to 3s a lot, and I'd get off work at 3 o'clock, and my nephew and I would head out about 6 o'clock at night. We'd head out, and we'd fish till midnight. Come home, go to bed, get up at 5 o'clock, go to work. I only slept like 4 hours a night back then, and I never slept a lot of hours. I just usually 4 hours a night was all I slept, and well, I had too much living to do, you know. And when I was playing, you know, I'd play my gigs. I was playing from 9 to 1. We'd get done playing. I'd get home by 2, go to bed, and get up at 5 and go to work. And didn't need a lot of sleep back then. And I used to tell all my friends, every day you live one day, I live two. And that was the truth. I packed 2 days of living into one. Tell them there's plenty of time for sleeping when I'm dead. And 4 hours of sleep was all I needed, and I was fine. And every once in a while I'd sleep for 8 hours, you know. If I was tired, I'd sleep for 8 hours. Those were few and far between. Nowadays I sleep more. I sleep more now. I'll sleep 8 hours now. I stay up late. Even today I stay up late. I'll wake up. I'll stay up till 2 and I'll wake up at 7 o'clock and lay in bed for a while and fall asleep for a couple more hours, and then I get up. I'm done. So I get about six hours now. But I'll take a nap every once in a while in the afternoons. If no one's around, nothing going on, I'll lay down and take a nap. When I was young, it was 4 hours. That was it. That was all I needed. And there were times where I'd stay up for days at a time. And I wouldn't sleep for a couple days. Those were the good old days, man. There was stuff to do. I had living to do, you know? There was music to play, music to listen to. On my days off, I was either playing music or going out and listening to music, and I wasn't sleeping. You know, it was. And I was going and listening to other musicians, hanging out with them afterwards, and you know, it was a fun time back then. Those were good times, and you know, we'd have after hours jam sessions. God, it was just great times back then. you'd go listen to somebody play, or they'd come listen to you play, and then afterwards you'd go meet somebody's house, set up, and jam for hours afterwards. And God, those were just amazing times back then. Just amazing times, hanging with incredible musicians and learning, listening. Just great times, great times. There was this one guy in town who was a bass player, and he was a lawyer, and we'd have after hours jam session at his law offices all the time. We'd get done playing, and all these different bands would meet at his law offices. And we'd all set up in the lobby of his law office. And we'd have just amazing musicians. Ken Schottmeyer, Paul Cowie, Jerry Kellerman. And we'd all go down there and hang out at his law offices till early morning and just jam for hours after we'd get done gigging. We'd all meet down there and just jam for hours. Just all these guys from different bands would show up. Joe Longa, Tim Griswold, guys from the Beat Farmers would show up. It was great fun, man. It was just awesome. Man, you never knew who was going to show up, man. It was just an awesome time. A lot of those guys are gone now. I wish we had recorded some of those nights. You know, I wish that we had recordings of those times. But that was the magic of it. It was just all spontaneous. Nothing was recorded. It was just the magic. It was just the magic of guys getting together and sharing the joy of making music together. And man, was it fun. And the laughter and the camaraderie and the Some good times. Good times. Just some great memories. Just some great memories, man. Some of those guys were true monsters. Ken Schottmeyer and Joe Longa and Paul Cowie. They were just true monsters on their instruments. And Ken's gone. Joe Longa's gone. Buddy Blue's gone. But I got all those memories. They're still playing in my head. Anyway, this has gone on long enough, so what a time. What a time to be alive, man. It was 40 some years ago. Almost 40 years ago. 30, 40 years ago, all that was happening. Mid 80s. Late 80s. Into the 90s. Good times, man. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for letting me reminisce, man. That was kind of fun for me. Golly. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. God bless.